When you turn 60, something shifts, not just in your body, but in your entire world. The phone rings less. The house gets quieter. Your children, whom you raised with sweat and sacrifice, now have children of their own. Their lives move fast, and yours feels like it's slowing down. And in this quietness, a painful truth begins to echo in your heart. The support you thought would always be there may no longer be reliable. It's not because they don't love you. It's because the world teaches people to chase forward, not look back. And while family is beautiful and love is real, depending entirely on your family after 60 is a gamble that life may not let you win. But this video isn't about sadness, it's about strength. Because after 60, there are 9 powerful pillars that will never abandon you. 9 silent protectors, if you build them right, that can hold you even when no one else does. If you're 60 or approaching it, or even if you're in your 40s or 50s and preparing for what's to come, this message is for you. So stay with me until the very end, because the last pillar is the most important of all, and it may change the way you live the rest of your life. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Faith Wisdom, where we share life-changing truths, powerful reflections, and timeless wisdom to help you navigate life with clarity and purpose. Let's dive in. Pillar 1. Your health, your true wealth. Once you turn 60, your body becomes your best friend or your biggest burden. There is no in-between. You cannot outsource your sleep, your diet, your movement, or your peace of mind to anyone. And let's be honest, even if your children love you, they cannot carry your pain, take your pills, or manage your breathing. In your younger years, you may have sacrificed your health to build wealth. But now, it's time to reverse that equation. Health is the only form of wealth that matters at this age. If you lose it, all the money in the world means nothing. Your joints speak, your back whispers, your stamina becomes a message. It's no longer about six-packs or looking youthful. It's about moving without pain, sleeping without pills, and living without hospitals. Don't wait until it's too late. Start small. Take a walk daily, even if it's just 20 minutes. Eat clean. Stop handing over your energy to processed poison. Practice deep breathing. Your lungs are your life support. And drink water. Your brain, your blood, and your bones are begging for it. Build a relationship with your body that says, "I've got you. We're in this together." Because when family forgets to call and the house falls silent, your healthy body will still show up for you every single day. Pillar 2. Financial independence, freedom over attachment. Let's be brutally honest. Financial dependence after 60 is the beginning of emotional imprisonment. You may think your children will support you, and maybe they will, for a while. But life is expensive and their priorities will change. If you become dependent, you will not only lose freedom, but also respect. Respect fades fast when you start needing instead of giving. That's why you need to prepare now, or as soon as possible, to have your own financial lifeline. Whether it's a pension, a small side income, smart investments, or a simple savings account that you don't touch, it's not just about money. It's about freedom. With money, you can say no. With money, you can walk away from disrespect. With money, you don't have to wait for someone to buy you medicine, food, or dignity. Even if you're already 60 and feel like it's late, it's not. Learn, grow, adapt. There are people in their 70s doing online freelance work, writing, tutoring, or running small shops. You can't change the past, but you can change the direction of your future. Start where you are. Use what you have, do what you can, but never let your bank account become another person's burden. Pillar 3. Emotional detachment. Love without expectation. One of the hardest lessons after 60 is learning to love without needing anything in return. You raised your children, you gave your life to others, you expected that in your older age they would return that love the way you gave it. But life doesn't work that way. People grow, they move on, they build families, and unintentionally they leave you behind. Not out of cruelty, but out of survival. That's why emotional detachment is a powerful shield. It doesn't mean you stop loving. It doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop expecting. You free yourself from the silent pain of, why didn't they call? Or, why didn't they visit? You allow yourself to feel peace, even when the world forgets you. Detach, not from people, but from the expectation that they will save you. Ironically, the less you expect, the more peace you'll feel. The more peace you feel, the more joy you'll radiate. And that joy, it will make people want to be around you again. You become magnetic when you stop depending. You become powerful when you stop waiting. You become free when you let go. With love, not resentment. Pillar 4. A meaningful routine. Structure that saves many people. Retire without realizing that the most dangerous thing about retirement is freedom without purpose. When you wake up with nothing to do, your mind becomes your enemy. Loneliness creeps in, time stretches, and suddenly days feel like burdens instead of blessings. That's why you need a routine, not a military schedule, just a rhythm of meaning that keeps your spirit moving. Wake up with the sun. Drink warm water, take a walk, water your plants, read something that lifts your soul, talk to someone you care about, listen to calming music, write a few thoughts in a journal, take an afternoon nap in peace, help someone online or offline. Repeat. A routine gives your life shape. It protects your time from becoming an enemy. It makes you feel alive and present. When you lose purpose, you lose peace. And when you lose peace, life after 60 becomes a prison. But a meaningful routine? That's your escape. That's your structure. That's your power. You don't retire from life, you retire from work, but your soul still needs a reason to wake up. Pillar 5. Social circles. The tribe you choose family is given, but companionship is chosen. After 60, your social circle becomes your emotional medicine. But many people isolate themselves, thinking their world has shrunk. It hasn't. You just haven't expanded it. Start connecting with people who make you feel seen, heard, and appreciated. Join a group, volunteer, go to community centers, say hello to neighbors, engage in conversations, even small ones. Start an online group if you can't leave the house. Humans are wired for connection at every age. Don't wait for people to find you. Go find your tribe. It may be 2 people, it may be 10, but those conversations, that laughter, that feeling of being understood, it's a powerful support system. Family may visit twice a month, but a friend nearby, that person can bring warmth to your everyday life. Build your circle, even if it starts with a simple smile at the grocery store. Because after 60, friendship is not a luxury, it's a survival tool. Pillar 6. Mental growth. The brain must keep moving. One of the greatest dangers after turning 60 is mental stagnation, the feeling that your best years are behind you and there's nothing new left to learn or experience. That mindset is not only wrong, it's deadly to your spirit. Your body may slow down, but your mind doesn't have to. In fact, your brain craves growth, even more now than ever before. And just like muscles weaken without use, your mind weakens without stimulation. Mental growth isn't about going back to school or reading long textbooks. It's about staying curious, staying interested, and feeding your brain with purpose. That's the fuel that keeps your identity alive. Try learning a new language, even if just a few words. Start a small blog, watch documentaries, take online courses, listen to audiobooks, read books you never had time for, learn about technology, not to master it, but to stay connected with the modern world. Challenge your memory, do puzzles, reflect deeply. You see, the world may slow down for you, but your brain doesn't have a retirement plan. The more you feed it, the sharper and more alert it becomes. And with sharpness comes confidence, independence, and joy. Your memory may not be perfect, but your ability to learn never expires. If you stop growing, you stop living. But if you keep feeding your mind, you become ageless, a wise soul whose value only deepens with time. Pillar 7. A sense of contribution. You still matter. Many people fall into depression after retirement because they believe the lie that I'm no longer useful. That lie is cruel. That lie is toxic. That lie is false. You may not work a 9-to-5 anymore. You may not be the main decision maker in your family anymore, but that doesn't mean you stop contributing. The truth is, people over 60 often carry the deepest wisdom, the most patience, and the strongest resilience, and the world needs that. The people around you, even if they don't say it, need your presence, your words, and your heart. Maybe you mentor a young person in your neighborhood. Maybe you share stories with your grandchildren that shape their character. Maybe you start a small YouTube channel. Maybe you guide someone struggling through grief, loneliness, or transition. Maybe you volunteer at a shelter or offer your hands to a local charity. Big or small, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you feel that what you do matters. Contribution isn't about getting applause. It's about waking up each day knowing someone's life is a little better because I showed up today. The fire in your heart doesn't go out with age, but it needs oxygen, and that oxygen is found in the act of giving. You still have purpose. You still have strength. You still matter. Don't let anyone, including yourself, convince you otherwise. Pillar 8. Spiritual connection, a deeper anchor. As time passes and the world around you changes, one thing becomes clear. Nothing in this world lasts forever. Not youth, not strength, not even relationships. And that's why, after 60, you need a pillar that reaches beyond the physical, beyond the emotional, beyond the temporary. You need a spiritual anchor, something that doesn't shake when the earth moves. Call it faith, connection with the divine, inner peace, or soul alignment. But this is what gives you real comfort when no one is around, when everyone else is too busy, when your body is tired and your mind starts to wander. Your spiritual connection pulls you back to center. This isn't about religion, it's about depth, about something higher than yourself, about feeling held even when you're alone, about trusting that your life still has meaning, even if others don't see it. Make time for silence, reflect, meditate, pray, sit by nature, talk to the universe, let go of regrets, forgive those who hurt you, release the pain you've carried, let your soul breathe, because eventually all things return to the source. And when you build this inner pillar strong, you will never feel truly alone, not even for a second. This anchor gives you grace, courage, peace, and presence. It helps you face aging not with fear, but with quiet dignity. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not broken. You are connected to something timeless. Pillar 9. Self-love, the last and most powerful pillar. If you remember nothing else from this video, please remember this. After 60, the one person who will never abandon you is you. And yet, most people treat themselves like an afterthought. They give themselves the leftovers of love. They apologize for their wrinkles. They feel ashamed of their slowing pace. They curse their reflection. They carry guilt, regret, and unworthiness. But you must understand, self-love isn't vanity, it's survival. It's the voice inside you that says, I forgive myself. I did the best I could. I am proud of who I've become. I am not less, I am more. I deserve peace, laughter, and rest. Self-love is looking in the mirror and not wishing you were someone else, somewhere else, in some younger version of your body, but instead is saying, I love you, just as you are. After all this time, I still love you. It means buying yourself flowers if no one else does, wearing clothes that make you feel good, celebrating your small victories, sitting in the sunlight and smiling at your reflection, taking yourself out on a walk or a meal, being kind to your body, not punishing it. When you love yourself deeply, you become untouchable. You stop waiting for approval, you stop chasing affection, you stop needing validation, you become full, not empty. And in that fullness, people will come to you again, not because you're needy, but because you radiate peace. So, please, treat yourself as someone worth loving, because you are. Final words and call to action. So, here's the truth, spoken from the heart. Once you turn 60, you can no longer afford to lean your entire life on others. It's not because people are bad, it's because life is unpredictable. Children grow, friends drift, the world keeps moving. But these 9 pillars, they don't leave, they don't forget, they don't fail you if you build them. Your health, your finances, emotional detachment, a meaningful routine, social circles, mental growth contribution, spiritual connection, and above all, self-love. These are your silent protectors, your real retirement plan, your legacy, your armor, your peace, and now it's your turn to act. If this message touched your heart, gave you clarity, or made you feel even a little stronger, subscribe to our channel, Faith Wisdom. We are here to walk this path with you. We share stories, truths, and timeless life lessons that make you feel seen, empowered, and valued, no matter your age. Because you deserve to live the rest of your life with dignity, joy, and wisdom. And remember, you are not alone, you are strong, you are worthy, and your best years may still be ahead. Click that subscribe button now, and welcome to the Faith Wisdom family.